So, I got this message back then, 3 months ago, and I'm gonna read it now. I don't know how accurate this is. So, ambition conclusion. Hey mate, this is how the ambition trial ends, the last 3 episodes. Bridget warned you that there is going to be another murder, seeing as the murderer is finding you a threat to the conspiracy. After court is adjourned, you find Ted Hartrop in the parking basement at the same time. A car speeds past and starts firing, and you manage to dodge the bullets, and the killer speeds away. Ted asks if he can have a lift. However, you think that your car could be booby-trapped by the killers, so you decide to go up the lift. However, upon turning around, you see 2 Muslim women dead on the ground with a gun that the killer probably accidentally dropped as he sped past. You tell Ted that he is probably being set up for the murder of the women and needs a good alibi, and ask him to get out of here so that he won't be charged. You then go to a cop and ask him to get you a cab to go home, but you decide to go to a motel, as you think that he's going to the house is what the killer will suspect. The next day you return to court and interview Duke Crabtree, the cocky nephew of the head police. He tells you that several months ago he was at Dr. Russell's lab investigating a complaint of corporate espionage. However, when asked who lodged the complaint, he states that he does not know the name of the person, but knows he was the head of security as he interviewed him. Although he states he didn't keep a note of it, he later admits he did, but does not have the evidence with him. The court gives him 24 hours to find the notebook, or he will be jailed. Throughout the hearing, Duke seems to be trying to delay the session. When you go to take a cab home, you notice your driver is in fact Duke. He explains that he is a terrorist. When asked how you know that there is no evidence in his notebook, you tell him that Bridget's grandma said that it was Mr. Clink that gave her the Paxwick. But Bridget told you that she got it off a friend that wasn't Clink. Dr. Russell told you that Duke was looking around the lab under the authority of Clink. You noticed that he was at the lab unofficially and therefore would not incriminate himself with any reference in his notebook, which is why he tried to lie about the notebook. Duke states that the reason Angie was killed is because she was trying to get famous in the way of progress. Ambition. But you state that she found flaws in the drug and thought it was dangerous. Just as Duke is about to hit you, he spares your life when you state that you will withdraw your question about the notebook and pin it all on Yale. However, when he takes you over to his limo in which Clink is inside, Clink tells you that he doesn't have enough of a motive. However, you state that if Rolf Clink goes with Ted, he is taking a gamble as Ted is a lucky man and Bridget may well be acquitted soon. He eventually allows you to pin it on Yale. The next day you call Yale Johnson to the stand and state that he did not tell the police that the car had been stolen because he left the keys in the car, as he thought the insurance would not cover it and therefore lied in his allegation, even though this has nothing to do with him murdering Angie. For this, Bridget is cleared of all charges and Yale is decided as the murderer. However, he's the wrong man. The conclusion will be decided in a later set of games. Well, it sounds like a load of bollocks, but well, it sounds like a lot of bollocks. Well, not bollocks as in it's not true. It does sound like the actual games. Sounds like a load of shit. Duke, the detective. Well, you had to have a terrorist. I suppose, what was his name? The fucking Christian, the raving lunatic. The guy who strapped the fucking dynamite strapper. The guy who was going to blow us all to hell. That guy. Well, I suppose he's no longer... Oh, Hudtrop, that's his name. The guy is no longer a terrorist because he didn't blow us all to hell because, one, we finally got the answer right and we didn't get blown to hell and he jumped out the window. He's no longer a terrorist. And he wasn't locked up in prison for strapping himself with dynamite and threatening to blow everyone to hell and all that shit. So it has to be Duke that's the terrorist. Duke's trying to delay a session. So we're still in court. And then we leave court because 2 Muslim women are dead. And then we take a cab home. I don't even know who I am. You notice I'm a lawyer. I think I'm a lawyer. I'm not too sure. You notice your driver is in fact Duke. So, Duke is a taxi driver. It's nice to know. Paxwick is the drug. I remember Paxwick. It's been a year since I last played these. What was the word I was thinking of? Convoluted. Let's go look it up, because I'm not really sure on the exact... Convoluted. Convoluted? Convoluted? Extremely complex and difficult to follow. Yeah, that. Or intricately folded, twisted, or coiled. That sums it up. I think convoluted was a good description of the story. So Yale is apparently innocent, but we pin it on Yale because, I don't know why, Duke is about to hit you, but he spares your life when you state that you will withdraw your question about the notebook and pin it all on Yale. Clink is inside. Clink doesn't have enough motive. Clink is telling you Yale doesn't have enough motive. If Rolf Clink goes with Ted, he's taking a gamble, as Ted is a lucky man, and Bridget may well be acquitted soon. So, Bridget's in on it, I think. Ted isn't in jail for some reason, he's free. I'm not sure what they did. I remember on an earlier one you were trying to prove he was sane or insane. I think you proved he was sane, so why didn't he go to jail? If he's sane, he can make rational decisions. His rational decision was, after he saw tomato juice or red wine or grape juice or whatever shit splashed around his house, he decided to strap himself with dynamite, go to where his wife or girlfriend, wherever she is, works, threaten to blow everyone up. And that's a sane person, and he's free now, but enough about him. Duke states the reason Angie was killed is because she was trying to get famous in the way of progress. Trying to get famous in the way of progress. Ambition. That's why it's named that. He had to think of a reason why it was named that about 10 episodes later. Because he didn't know. But you state that she found flaws in the drug and thought it was dangerous. Okay. She was killed because she was trying to get famous. Right. Duke's a terrorist. Bridget's grandma said that it was Mr. Clink that gave her the Paxwick. Bridget told you she got it from a friend. Duke lurking. Incriminate himself. He was at the lab, investigating. I'd probably understand it more if I played it. It doesn't make a lot of sense just reading it. But oh well, apparently you pay your $5 and you have to wait for more games, which will probably never come out. And if they ever do, another $5 here because your month's subscription, or however much it is, it's not $5 for a lifetime. Pay a $5, play the shit game, wait, yeah, have another $5 if you want to know more. Well, that's that. If the games are ever free, the reason I read this just now is because I was originally going to wait until the games were free, but I might be waiting forever, so I might as well read it instead of... Probably by the time they do come out, I'd have forgotten all this, so I might as well read it now. But anyway, that's that. If you were interested in what the story was, I don't know if this is all true, it could be not true, but it sounds true enough, so bye.